Assassin's Creed Valhalla every Tuesday, Wednesdays. This is Zeta, your host. If you guys are joining in, want to catch some more Valhalla every Tuesday, Wednesdays. As you guys may know, you guys are getting the final 2 episodes of Crash 4. Tomorrow, 9 after 6, and then before I go into work from 12 to 8 on Friday so far today, and then get prepared. So be sure to hit that red support button if you guys are new or not new in the chat. Hit that like button as good as you guys can. Tweet it out. Serum comment as good as you guys can. If you guys have a Twitter, do the same thing. You guys can Serum. As everybody's always part of the family for anything that's good, with more anticipation and, you know, a couple of good stuff. If there's anyone in the chat also has a Discord, you guys can follow me on Discord. You guys say hi to me on Discord, tell me you guys said hello, and we've watched videos in full, like them, share them, tweet them out, leave a good comment. And if you guys also want to have any good opportunity to come up here and drop your channel link to help follow each other, let me know. So we can actually do that as good as we can. And that everybody's part of the family now, as always. A huge shout out to Ronnie Egg. Thank you so much, buddy. He's the best of all time now, guys. He really is. The same with Tuba, too. Tuba is actually another good good user as well. So yeah, I'm gonna be nearly done with Crash 4 by Friday. And then I'm gonna finish that one out for Thursdays and Fridays, and then Cyberpunk, then by Saturday, GameStop will be headlining. So I will be summing that in for sure for Crash 4 to be booted out by what do you call it? By Cyberpunk. Which all I just have to do is just pay the rest of the amount, and then I'm getting the small amount back from for Spider-Man Miles Morales. Let me see if I can jump into good conclusion. Find it. Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing tonight, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the family. But how is everyone doing tonight? Hope you guys are well, staying safe, and making sure everything's hunky-dory, and making sure everything's according to plan. So right now we want to talk to this one person back here. Oh, that's good. I mean, I've once just got myself up since 5:30 this morning, but it's basically what's her face did not come in the chat last night, and that would be Neil Queen Barrel at this point. Well, let me ask you a question, Brian. Did you by chance support Barrel, or did she find a way to support you at this point? I mean, apparently she's at 41. And apparently my love and I want to see. We would love nothing more to have Neil Queen Barrel be out of YouTube and make sure her channel drops. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know when she's coming back in the chat again. Even though my Pun and Barrel pretty much had a fusing rivalry, perhaps, between roommate to roommate. But here's the thing. I mean, it happens. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever stops, stops, and behind it. So, at least I gave some of you guys a false warning and a false hope behind it. So, what lies behind it, and, you know, there's really not much I was going to handle behind it, but whatever happens on YouTube stays in YouTube, stays in the chat as good as possible. And also tonight, I will also watch a little bit of the AAA meeting with Brother Gasly, Drunko, and Sinatra of the Fight Supremacy. And then they're going to be going back to Golf City tonight for, what do you call it, a couple of good things behind it. And that would be, what do you call it? Actually, okay, I'll tell you what. Can we, I think what we want to do today, guys, is, well, last episode we just got butt kicked again twice, 2 or 3 times at the same one we were trying to kill before, from last night, and basically we kept on blocking, and basically just kept on getting our butts killed most of the time too, but But yeah, and also the connection was actually getting to me last night too. For that, I don't expect any less now connections going to the system or anything. And also, oh yeah, my DualSense for the PS5 updated itself earlier this morning, so to upgrade its performances, its format, and as good as it can ever be. But yeah, Brian. So Brian, were you the one that actually supported Beryl in the chat the other day? The other day, perhaps? I mean, apparently, after reading some of the comments earlier this week, Watch Season did very well. You guys will have a new episode tonight. I don't know if Beryl is going to have something to do with that. I don't know. But my friend wants to, apparently she thinks I should remove her as moderator, so I don't have to deal with that step behind it. But the thing is, it's like if she wants to know how to grow her channel, I drop it. Okay, does it drop her support, or what? Oh, how does it do it already? Hold up a minute. Well, basically, but I don't know. I mean, but apparently, like I said, my friend wants Beryl out, and she wants me to drop her mod. Wants me to remove her from her mod in the chat, so I don't know when she's coming in. I don't know how she's going to be coming in tonight. I mean, since it was only in the chat earlier this week, and, you know, started spreading a little bit of problems towards some of you guys in the chat, and I'm like, whatever happens, happens. But apparently my pun does not want to work out with that stupid witch that was in the chat during the timeline. So far today, and whatever happens, it's okay. It's no big deal. If you guys also want to drop your channel links, let me know. To make sure YouTube doesn't take your followers. And I did drop a little bit this morning. I mean, not as much as I can recall, but it's like anytime you hear my nice romantic voice, you know, that brings the great content to key. But yeah, I'm gonna be really done with Crash 4 after this Friday. By the time I go to GameStop this week and take care of some good business and pick up Cyberpunk, get some of my money back from that pre-order for Spider-Man, which I would love to have plans for Spider-Man, but I really don't. I mean, as much as I anticipated with Spider-Man for PS4. And speaking of PS4, guys, it's just going to be starting tomorrow, and I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it if I'm going to be at work most of the time. So, if you guys can keep me updated who won what and which one would have done better, that'd be okay. Brian, keep me informed on the Game Awards tomorrow. I mean, I go back tomorrow from 9 to 6, so yeah, like I said, guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it. I mean, as much as I would love to, I wouldn't expect it to be a problem at all. I mean, I'll probably look at IGN and see how it's going to go. But remember, guys, Cyberpunk is coming out tomorrow, and I will have my copy this weekend, so that will be on Saturday. But other than that, but at least everybody knows how to do some good work. Thank you, Tony Skittle, for doing that. Much love to you, buddy. Always keep up the good work. But other than that, you guys are getting Watch Dogs Legion tonight. This is an hour and a half today as well. But other than that, yeah, Cyberpunk, I do trust a little bit of my gut instinct is telling me to have Cyberpunk take over, Crash 4 by next week. But I'm pretty sure it will. It will set out Crash 4 Beyond the Bat, which is actually one of the 3 games I'm training in this week. So, I don't expect LB19 to come back, or, what do you call it, the other game coming back either. So I really don't, I don't think so, but there's always much love, great content behind those games. Besides, I'm going to be getting Tremendous by next year. And like I said earlier, I'll say it again. It's going to be Final Fantasy 16. And talking with Volko yesterday, I mean last night, we don't know when God of War Ragnarok's coming out. I mean, until it's by the time it starts coming out, I'll probably start making a pre-order out of it, maybe. If not, I can pre-order Final Fantasy 16. Aside from one, I'm going to be blessing the shadows, opening the gates to the doors behind it.
I hope you got great day. Stay safe, grinning.
Hey, what's up, Nebs? How you doing? It's good to see you. Do I still have you? Hopefully you have a great day and stay safe. You too, buddy. Hopefully you don't get yourself sick from this virus or anything. But how you been? By the way, Nebs, it's good to see you, my old friend. What do you think of the format on the PS5? And do you think the layout's pretty good? Please welcome my old friend Nebs. Him and I used to help each other out on Borderlands 3 back then. But yeah, Nebs is always part of me. He's always part of the family too. He's one of my good, working a lot. Good. Oh, that's good. So what do you think of the PS5 in general? Have you thought about getting a copy? Or was it a little bit frantic at this point? I mean, I've actually had this console for about nearly 2 weeks, but other than that, all I know is my controller just needed to update itself a little bit, and you know, like any controller or any system needs to have an update for the most part of the time. So we're gonna have some good importance on the system that's new for a little while, and then try to upgrade what they're trying to bring in. I don't know if I'm ready to buy it yet. Ah, true. Well, how long have you had the system you have right now? How long have you had that? I mean, I've had the PS4, and I pretty much retired it after a little over 6 years. After that, and I have no plans going back to it. That's why my first fiance is hoping to get my PS4, excuse me, because the other one is a little bit jealous due to the fact that I have this number 1 seed for almost 2 weeks, and it's like if he has the money, why is he not getting himself the PS5? You know, but it's all good. Besides, I don't know if he's coming into chat tonight for Watch Dogs Legion. The PS5 5 years. I bought the Switch 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay. So, are you going to wait to get your copy of the PS5, or what are you going to do? I mean, like I said, between 5 years and 6 years between the PS4, between you and I, that's amazing. History in the books. I mean, the PS4 was actually the longest reigning system of all time that I've held. Way before I think I thought about this PS5, you know, and afterwards, you know, missing a couple of copies, and finally became a lucky man, a lucky king at this point for the last 2 weeks. I'll wait for the new version for PS5 Slim. So, are you thinking of getting the PS5 Pro? I mean, I don't know if they're coming out with that or not. Probably not until whatever happens with E3 next year. I mean, they haven't announced something interesting behind that. But Nebs, are you but other than that, are you gonna be watching the Game Awards tomorrow? I mean, like I said, I would love nothing more to see the Suzy Wild win Game of the Year. But Final Fantasy VII probably does not have not bit of a smart chance. But it all depends really how it's going to drive. No, I buy always Slim, but got to go. Okay, Nebs, I'll have a good day, keep up the good work, and stay safe out there, buddy. Okay. But at least, well, at least Brian's gonna inform me what's going on. With Twitter is the best way to follow me, guys. You guys can share me out, tweet me out, leave a good comment, and no bad proportions. But keep up the good work, Nebs. And are you still back there?
Hey!
Like I said, as much as I would love to watch the Game Awards tomorrow, you too, good luck on the stream. You too, buddy. Keep up the good work. Because everybody knows how to make great content. Because I mean, for example, my content's been pretty good. It's been very good. See, by the time GameStop starts rolling the bell by Saturday, there won't be that much changes on the format. I mean, the format's the same right where it's at. I did promise you guys I would do a couple switcheroos. Maybe that's like 1 or 2 to kick off 2021, but I don't think I'm gonna switch any games out anytime soon. The switch between days behind them. I think I'm gonna keep this format as good as I can to have more of a popularity. But you guys are getting the greatest popularity that I'm having right now, so it's a gift from God. It's a gift from Christianity. It's a gift from all of us in the chat today. You know, everybody's part of the family. Know how to bring some good stuff to context, and you know, do what we love doing. But I'm nearly correct between some of that. As a matter of fact, you know, I mean, I've had this game for the last. Well, I've actually had this game since I think 2 weeks ago. After I've actually had this game not for very long, but I do love Assassin's Creed now. Besides, I mean, where would Assassin's Creed be without me when it comes to specializing RPGs? But I always love RPGs. It's always my big ultimate damn favorite, and but since God of War Ragnarok's not coming out until maybe the next couple of years, I would assume Final Fantasy 16 would maybe get a spot. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be very good. I think the game itself will be pretty good. It's depending if no game decides to despise it. It's trying to light itself on fire with, try to pour a fire out with a fire extinguisher behind it. So, I don't know. I also have to look at other games I have to watch out for too. And that would be, oh, shit. I'm trying to think of the other few that's in the mix. Oh yeah, there's also Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Dragon Age 4 is getting an announcement tomorrow, and yeah, Dragon Age 4 is going to be getting a huge part by tomorrow. I think I'm going to check out the trailer for you guys to see what we got. And you guys will get the special edition of IGN News tomorrow night as well. So we can actually see what kind of stuff that IGN News, what news they actually came out with it. So I'm a little more excited what the Game Awards is going to bring too. I think they're going to be bringing a couple of big stuff, like say Dragon Age 4. A little more of something big for oh crap. Final Fantasy 16 may have a little more of a landscape too. I mean, I would like to think so too, but that's why I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan since I was a kid. You know, love what I do when it comes to exploring, grinding, and doing some good stuff that I love doing. I mean, Cyberpunk is going to be the same way. I'm telling you. Alright guys, we're going to get to some IGN News right about now, as I always do, forevermore, during any good stream. Any good episode that I do between the format, you guys love my format forevermore. You guys decided to bring this to justice for me, and I'm going to do it for the rest of my entire career with this PS5 with me. If you guys have a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter as JD Zach Dawson. You guys can send me your first and last name information on Twitter. The numbers is 824-65600. Those numbers are 824-65600. You guys can share me out, tweet me out, leave a good majority comment. You guys also want to vote for you guys also want say hi to me on Discord. You guys can friend me on Discord, send me a friend request, tell me you guys said hello. Or we watch our videos in full, like them, share them, tweet them out, get it out there guys on Twitter. Tell me if you guys have any questions between the content. Like I said, we watch videos in full, like them, share them, tweet them out, comment. as good as we can. Stay connected and making sure YouTube doesn't take your followers away, because no one would have a rat's ass behind it. It's like saying the law believes they don't give a rat's ass how they feel or how it's going to feel. You guys can also vote for the idol for next year, with the virus or without the pandemic itself. Lands at 30, Greatest Showman at 13. So okay guys, let's start with the first one today. Today is the 9th. Tomorrow it's Cyberpunk for PS5, PS4, and the 2 Xbox systems. So okay guys, let's start with the first one. So basically, before we get to this, you guys understand I looked a little more history on Cobra Kai Season 3. Of how Ellie Mills is going to return to the history books between Daniel and Johnny. I did take out a couple of pics for Xenoblade Abe's Season 3 premiere of Cobra Kai, and my button cannot wait to have or see it, and I think it's going to say 10 episodes, I would assume. Behind it. See how Miguel is going to determine as Old Valley champion, and how the story is going to favor between Sam and Robbie and Daniel traveling to Okinawa to look at his former arch nemesis Chosen, and then his former GF, I would assume too. So we'll see how that's going to go behind that. I think it's going to be exciting to see how it's going to play out for the next couple weeks. Alright guys, okay, first one we have 11 hours ago, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and more of the actors, as apparently they're going to be making their return for Spider-Man 3. Let me start with Tobey Maguire for a minute. Tobey Maguire did a good job in the first 3. I think I've seen him in one other classic movie, which I haven't seen that set for a long time. Back when you had him fall in love with a woman, I would assume, as I would like to think so. Way before he fell in love with Kristen Dunst in the first 3. I don't know if those two are still together, but I do think they are returning to Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield. I don't know if Tom Holland's coming back, because his work, you guys understand, his work is going to be mostly focused on Uncharted. So Uncharted is going to be something going between the athletic, you know, for a lot of anticipation of Uncharted. And I would like to watch Uncharted sometime. Once we get to that status quo, guys, I think it's going to do quite well. Between that and Resident Evil 8 Village, which 4K TVs are a hell of a lot of money to look into. The processors you need for your next gaming PC. Well, I am getting a laptop by next year. By the time we get to tax time, get bank tax time, between a lot of money, with no excuses between getting the most stuff that we can actually do. And by the way, like I said, a laptop will be something that I can get into by next year. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know if it's going to sync up anything, but it all depends how it's going to really get into. Cyberpunk 2077, guys. He has a 28GB console update ahead of its launch. Now, what does that mean for that? Well, according to those scribbles this morning, guys, Cyberpunk has released a 28GB patch on console, presumably its day 1 update, as it will be offering stability and performance improvements, as well as addressing critical progression and gameplay issues. But here's the thing, if you preloaded the game, you can download the patch now, as of right now, ahead of the launch for it. So you guys can have a shot at that. So the update they actually called it was 1.02. So basically, anytime anybody that gets a new game, like say Cyberpunk is coming out tomorrow, you cannot play a game without the certain update with it. As long as it updates between the gigabytes, the disk itself, between couple other good passes behind it. So, I mean, you cannot play get after a new game until most of that set's downloaded. It's actually very important to look into. Okay, you don't need a damn shield anymore either way. That's just why you asked to die with me.
That's good steel.
And I think my point will be in the chat later on this morning too. But I just don't know if Bale's going to be an ass again once he comes back or something like that. So the thing about this update, guys, it's available now for PS4, PS5, and the 3 Xbox systems with 1, X and S actually. And while the detailed patch notes haven't been released yet, the PS5's updated history menu lists the changes as, for example, the stat ability improvements, various performances, critical progression, and gameplay issues addressed. Hey, Chaotic, how's it going, buddy? My old friend, how you doing? By the way, Chaotic, are you gonna be watching the Game Awards tomorrow? I mean, my ass is not gonna watch it tomorrow. I've won half the fucking work. I have to work tomorrow between 9 to 6. I mean, as much as I would like to watch it, I mean, I would love to watch it, but I probably would watch it, but it all depends. But that's the updates for Cyberpunk. Oh, you're working? Oh, nice. How's that going? But what's he been up to, Chaotic? I mean, since the last time you were in the chat, what's he been up to? Besides work, anything interesting? I'm guessing you already heard that I'm gonna be going back to GameStop after a while, so far on Saturday. And the plan for Saturday is, well, I'm gonna be finishing out Crash 4 by Friday, and I'm thinking Cyberpunk is gonna be taking that spot, which I think it will, because the graphics for Cyberpunk, they look very generous, a little more tender.
Just work in school.
Oh, that's work in school. Oh, that's good. So, I just think it won't be a terrible move, but I think Cyberpunk will reach that spot for Thursdays and Fridays. It's going to look very nice, and it is my last pre-order to close out this year. But I have a big question for you, Chaotic. You can tell me if there's a big interest behind that. My girl Vault Girl told me that, which I actually agree with her. It's tomorrow. I'll probably look at that while I'm doing Crash 4 tomorrow night. And I also have heard that from Vault Girl from Runny's group saying the fact that God of War Ragnarok might not be out the next 2 years by the time Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. I mean, I think she might be correct. When it's lagging, I think it's pretty much a stupid connection for it. I mean, if it's lagging, don't worry. It's pretty much just a stupid connection that's being a flat-out set at this point. But what are your thoughts on a couple of those games, Chaotic? I mean, if I had to not guess, I think Dragon Age 4 is going to be very awesome. I think it'll be a little more better than Dragon Age Inquisition, but it all depends how much it's going to be rest assuring. I mean, without combat, Dragon Age would not be that good at this point in time. I mean, the thing about Dragon Age 4, I think it's going to be interesting. Oh, wait a minute, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Hold on a second, let me try to do something. Hold on, Katsu? No. Don't move. Alright, can you guys hear me? Chaotic, can you hear me? Well, like I said, Dragon Age 4, I think that game's gonna do very well. When it comes to the 2 Xbox systems and the PS5 itself, I've already had this top seed for the last 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks. My pun, and here's the thing, my pun's looking to hear something today. If she's looking to get a good damn job, since she can actually get my PS4. But the fact of the matter is, I just think I mean, as far as Game of the Year goes, Chaotic, do you actually honestly think, do you agree with me that, the Suzuma's going to win?
Cyberpunk is dope.
Yeah, Cyberpunk, yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting. Um, I mean, if I'm thinking who I still want to win, it's going to be Ghost of Tsushima for sure, because I don't see finish that set. Um, I for one, I don't think Final Fantasy VII Remake's going to win, because if it comes down to a couple of great games, it's going to be between the Tsushima, which I think is going to win, Doom Eternal, and The Last of Us Part 2. Whereas I did own a victory on that set too. I did beat The Last of Us Part 2. It took about 27 episodes to beat that son of a bitch, according to that fact. And I'm thinking, if they would have come out for Part 3 for PS5, I will probably try to demolish the game itself. But it all depends. There's also weapons explained for Cyberpunk 2077, which I did read a review. The game itself does look pretty good. I for one am going to be walking out the son of a bitch on Saturday. By the time I go to GameStop on Saturday. And I'm thinking, what would be the first game for PS5 that I can pre-order? As you guys understand, I'm not going to premiere Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War until the next couple weeks. Not until I set up a good date for my pre-order. I'm thinking I should do either Horizon 2, Final Fantasy 16, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, or God of War Ragnarok. I mean, those big games are going to be very smart, very good. But what do you think, Chaotic? I mean, do you think the Suzuma's going to win? I mean, it has a 45% chance of winning this year, becoming the 2020 Game of the Year. I mean, The Last of Us Part 2 is definitely going to be something in my book. I think that game's going to win in my book. But I still think the Tsushima has the biggest popularity. I mean, the graphics are very solid, the gameplay itself is pretty good. Thanks to the ones that created this game, which is actually Assassin's Creed. I like Assassin's Creed. I usually like some of the stuff they did with the Tsushima. You know, it's out of this world. I mean, of the hands of Abby and her men. So I don't know. Most of the time, I think the Tsushima is going to win, for sure. There's also Cyberpunk's leveling explained behind that too, because I think it's going to be a big part of it. There's also the first 17 minutes of Street Kid Path gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077. And I do know the ones that did pre-order it for PS5, PS4, or the two Xbox systems we're gonna be really damn lucky to get the game itself. Which I shouldn't have to have less problems between Cyberpunk. There's also Cyberpunk 2077. How much it's changed since the E3 back in 2018 had its own demo. Well, the demo itself, the demo of Cyberpunk did sound pretty cool itself to begin with, and I think Cyberpunk is going to be very charming. See how it's going to touch base. But if we get here's the thing, Chaotic. If we get a release date on Dragon Age 4, I would probably guess. This is actually a tough one. If I were to guess when Dragon Age 4 is coming out, it probably won't be anytime soon. I mean, that shit probably won't be in until anytime soon for PS5. And besides, the beginning first games that are coming out by next month is, for example, Hitman 3 and Lord of the Rings Gollum. I would possibly get Lord of the Rings more, because Hitman 3 does sound pretty nice too. I mean, that I would like to think so. We also have the first 20 and 21 minutes of gameplay between Corbett Path and Nomad Path. which I think it'll be suitable to big status. I mean, I'm always a big RPG fan, going forward between the path. But thank you for the like, chaotic. But it all depends, guys. I mean, if I had to make none of it's possibly guess, I guess I think Cyberpunk is going to be very alluded to me going forward. But it all depends, really. I mean, the graphics of Cyberpunk do look very nice at this point. You guys can golf with your friends, as you can beat them at their own game. Oh, wow. Well, whatever golf game it would be, I don't know if I would try to beat one of you guys sometime in the future. I mean, if somebody would have battled me on Cyberpunk, I would actually kick your ass at this point. Because when it comes to shooting games, RPG games, you know, I take my time between the basis between those games and have no regrets but keeping the most potential stuff the gameplay can bring, the graphics it can bring, and the fanbase it can bring between the performance. Cyberpunk also has a Ripper dock. Upgrades that you actually need ASAP. It's actually as soon as possible. No, I think those tools might be in great play and have a little more of something big in general. I mean, but I don't see why not. I think it's gonna do. I mean, I already understand Cyberpunk has been very good. The last time since I looked at the review the last time, so yeah, like I said, it's my last pre-order for PS4. But by the time I go to GameStop, I think GameStop won't have a problem if I upgraded from PS4 to PS5 for that set, which I don't expect that to be a problem. How long is Cyberpunk 2077? I mean, that's actually a good question. That's a very good question. Oh wow, 175 hours? Wow, okay. So the article does say that the game itself is 175 hours, to be 100%. 100% of Cyberpunk, that's going to be tricky. That's going to be daring with no society behind it. I mean, I don't know if I would try to complete it 100%. I think I got my first platinum on one game for the PlayStation in the past. I think it was, Cooking Mama, I think. With Cooking Mama, it's not dope at all. It really does not. I'm not a cooking fan. When it comes to, Food Network shows, what's food behind that, I think it's very interesting. Based on the recipes, based on the big stuff they make, and like say Bobby Flay, Mario Batali, and some other good stuff behind that too.
What ails my mind?
But it all depends. I don't think there's going to be anything refusing. By the time I get my pre-order ready for the PS5. I mean, I still think I'm going to pre-order either... Oh, shit, now what? Okay, where are those damn warriors anyway?
What ails my mind? Must be a hangover.
Yeah, I don't know where these stupid warriors are. I guess we can maybe just talk to his ass real quick. Well, can we try to talk to him?
My head aches.
Okay, his head aches. Okay, one last article going into tonight. The latest PS5 firmware patch updates DualSense. And I did get that. I did really get that. Oh shit, now what? Do these guys really want to get my ass in something that's not in nutrition, or what's going on? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the snakes. Never mind. Bring out the snakes! Snakes on the damn plane, that's for sure. Okay, they have Viper Egg, and they have a little more other stuff, too. You know what, let's just get rid of that stupid rock. As you can see, we have a Roman artifact. Ooh. So yeah, my DualSense for the PS5 did update itself this morning. My ass was tired when I was out when I was looking when I was trying to get myself up. According to Zone Alderman today, guys, goes on to state about this update, and it does say Sony has pushed a firmware patch to the PS5 with updates to DualSense. With updates to DualSense controller and improves the system performance, which I think is pretty sweet. The full patch notes for the version 20.02 230.00 as it can be read on the PlayStation website, as well as improving system performance. The update has resolved an issue where data transfers and downloads were cancelled when trying to download content while a data transfer from a PS4, something I've had for after a little over 6 years. My ass is not coming back to it, and I want the snake out of my face right now. It'd be nice if they don't have to look upon it. But yeah, back when I used to have the PS4, the data took a little more time to transfer to this PS5 for sure. And this is actually the nickname, the #1 seed. Now the thing about the transfer behind it is the text import errors tied to the PS4 games at this point, and connection stability issues, and certain Wi-Fi routers have also been addressed. Once you complete the update, you will also be told to plug your DualSense controller into the controller when you switch it, so it can receive a firmware update. Most of us already think for sure is it's very important between. It's like if you have the PS5 for the first time, you want to have your ass updated. You want to update as good as you can to make sure you don't lose any SIP behind it. And you also have other stuff behind the update and something behind that. But if you want to look at some of that, log on to PlayStation.com/system-update for the DualSense for more details on the update. Like I said, it's been almost 2 weeks since I've had this #1 seed, so I don't see any big plan. I'm still gonna have some big plans going forward, going into next year. Okay, we got 5 likes. We're doing good so far. Doing pretty good. As long as we continue to bring more. Remember, guys, the more we bring in, the more we grow, have more of a difference for great content, and the way we bring more love, support, and making sure everything's under control behind the other stuff too. Everybody's part of the family now, knowing what they're supposed to do and what not to do behind it. With views and beliefs. Okay, I don't know how the fuck we're gonna be able to get over there. So right now we're taking a break from having main missions. So what we're going to do is how are we doing on time? Guys can see yourselves the news, by the way. Okay, let me double check inventory for a minute. Okay, let's try to look inside this bag and see what we got going on so far today, and then if Ronnie's still live, I'm pretty sure I would jump in for the most part of the time being. That's why this game brings a different element, brings some good opportunities between the other. Hold on a second, let me hold on a second, my top. See, there we go. I also haven't had any food with my Subway family since the fucking lockdown got started. And plus he hasn't been to the chat for a while since due to work, but I don't know when he's coming back, but I think it'll be soon once he has the time to get to it. Alright, we're gonna start with a new home, guys, so let's go and do some of these raids. So we're gonna actually, if we actually get a good opportunity, we can actually do some building. Which I think doing some buildings would be nice. They're very nice to have something to build between the big stuff that goes for buildings, supplies that goes with good stuff behind it, and without supplies, you cannot build a damn house or a fucking apartment for it. Not without some toolboxes behind it. As long as you're knowing what you're supposed to do, you should not have a big concern.
You there?
Okay, why the fuck is this bastard looking at me? Okay, no headshot for you, pal. No suit for you. And one of you guys in the chat was asking me last night how many arrows it takes. I think it takes about 20 or 25, maybe a bit more than that, I think. I don't know. But I really have not even double checked the maximum capacity for it. Or neutral capacity. Hold on a second, I'm gonna double check this one real quick, hold on. Okay, that's pretty much my top seed. Alright, good, good. I mean, if she would have come into chat, I'm pretty sure you guys would support her too. She's always part of my family too. Some families, I'm always part of their family now. Part of any other damn... without any damn, below average or anything. So right now I'm just trying to start one of these raids to make sure these guys don't swipe my ass behind it.
Follow my lead.
Okay, you have a good shield, don't you think? If you just let me have my ass's turn, you wouldn't have any separation with me. What's my point, and I don't like having any more fucking separation either. So far today, it's been 1,000. Set 1,256 days today, guys. 1256 today. You guys will get more news tonight for Watch Dogs Legion. See how good we can do. But we're not doing too bad ourselves this morning, so my ass has been up since almost 6 o'clock this morning so far today, and Pride Supremacy with Brother Gasweed's uncle and Sinatra, they've been getting some good stuff when it comes to news. You guys get IGN News the first 20 minutes on any episode, weekly, on this format forevermore, so no one has to be worried about that for any good sense. Sorry, Bits, you're not going anywhere. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! Easy for that damn utensil, buddy. Your ass is getting shot. Shout out to Vault Girl, keep up the good work, girl. You're always part of my family, too. The same with, Running. Ah, shit. Well, get the fuck off me, pal. Be nice if you not swing your sword that hard. Okay, let's go right about... Hold on. And for that, you're gonna get your ass killed by me. Thank you. Alright, quick heal. Remember, guys, there's only one ration. I don't know if we can actually get two. I think we can try. But I don't think we ever tried that. Can we get another one? Yes, we can. Next time, don't block when I'm trying to attack you, Bets. Don't worry about attacking. Yeah, perfect. Okay, guys, we're gonna start a raid right here.
I'll need help.
There we go. At least a good sound of a horn.
To battle!
To battle! We also have a saddle rune. That's good. Nope, nope. Back when I took on this one big human being, I got my ass killed twice. It was actually, I actually did it last night, and it kept on killing me and killing me at the end, so... There was actually not a lot of progress without a lot of participation. But it's all good. I mean, getting killed or not being killed is always good for fun, too. Same with if you're playing Rockstar games, Grand Theft Auto games, or anything that's more general, like, say, RPGs. It's always fun to have some exploring to help, too. It really does, and it brings a lot of stuff when it comes to great content. With like I said, my content's been very good. Thanks to you guys. But without my fun, if I would not be able to, I would actually be really nothing. I mean, I would stop at nothing behind it. I mean, she wanted me to come down yesterday, but basically, she almost got herself sick again. I mean, her updates were a little up and down, basically, and you know, she always updates me on the sugars just to make sure I don't really get it. But during the call, her phone actually died again. It pretty much died up on her ass a little bit more, but that's why it's always a big opportunity to charge a good phone, as long as you know how to charge it correctly and know how to make it good as possible. What if it's an iPhone 6, 7, 12, any phones you guys like doing? It's always important to charge a good phone. I mean, I've had this phone for the last several months, so there's no bad concerns, especially that scratch in the middle. As I'm hoping to go fix my phone sometime. I'll probably maybe do it in tax time whenever I actually get to the opportunity to do it down the road. Okay, we'll get a little bit of loot. Got about 6 loot behind it. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna come into chat. I don't think my top seat's coming in chat since she's gonna be with the rest of the family in Subway today. I for one have not ordered anything for quite some time since this coronavirus started to bother us a whole lot since the very beginning. Okay, I guess we can maybe do what we have to do between these guys. I mean, did we already got done with this raid? Oh, wait a minute, we don't? Okay. I guess we can maybe do, well, let's try to see if we can keep looking in here. Let's try to open that. So we can actually see if we can actually get more help. Well, somebody just fucking help me, please. Hold on. I don't think there's gonna be any other enemies trying to sneak up on me either. Because I don't think there's gonna be that much. No, get it open, damn it. Thank you. Very good. How long is the campaign? Like I said, I did look at it earlier this morning. 175, pretty much prior to 60 hours. I think I'm going to be doing some great content for Cyberpunk this week. By the time I premiere it, well, if I premiere it, it would be Saturday night, so I can get a break from the Tsushima. I mean, I think it might be according to that plan. I don't expect it to be a big concern, because I can always go back to Tsushima anytime I would like. That's why it's going to stay on the schedule on Saturdays and Sundays. And as a matter of fact, it will stay as good as possible.
Eivor, give me a hand.
Okay, guys, let's see what's in here. Oh, whoa. At least it's not the bracelet of Anubis. Oh, raw materials, got it. This is exactly what we need. It's what we need, guys. 250 plus 20. Get a little extra supplies, more arrows. As we are now about 13 at this point. I don't think there's anything in here since it does not deserve to be examined. Let's try to open that chest real quick. Okay, 100.